Addition and subtraction of complex numbers. So in this video, I want to see how to add and subtract complex numbers. So addition and subtraction of complex numbers is not difficult. It's just like addition of like terms and unlike terms. So we need to check whether which terms are like or which terms are unlike. So in this case, imaginary parts are like and real parts are also like to each other. So there's no way you can add a real part and an imaginary part. So real part you have to add each other, unlike parties or imaginary parts you have to add each other. So let's have a few examples that can help us to see how we can add complex numbers or subtract complex numbers. So let's have an example: 2 plus I plus 3I. This one, you can see we are given one real part and two imaginary parts. So what we do, we just ignore this bracket. It becomes 2 plus I plus 3I. 2 plus I plus 3I is equal to, we add the coefficients of I and 3I. So the coefficient is 1 and 3. So this becomes 2 plus 4I. So now let's see another quick example. 1 minus I minus 3I plus 4. So in this case, we are given this second bracket. We are subtracting two terms in that second bracket. So what we need to do is to distribute this negative sign. So 1 minus I, then we multiply plus and minus and a plus, we get minus 3I. Then minus and a plus as well, we get minus 4. Then now we add the like terms or subtract the like terms. In this case, we have real part and imaginary part. 1 minus 4I, it subtract to give us minus 3I. Then minus I minus 3I, we get minus 4. Minus 4I. Oh, sorry, here is 1 minus 4, we get minus 3. So our answer is minus 3 minus 4I. Let's have another second example, which is 2I plus 4 plus minus 2 minus 3I. So what we need to do here is to distribute this positive sign inside the bracket. So we have 2I plus 4 minus 2 then minus 3I. Then from there we add the like terms and unlike terms. In this case is 4 minus 2, we get a 2. Then 2 minus 3I, we get minus I. So this is how we get when we add or subtract complex numbers. So let's see the next part where we'll be doing addition, where we'll be doing multiplication and division of complex numbers. Another example where we are under multiplication of complex numbers. So in this case, as we said, we need to apply the FOIL method to multiply our complex numbers. So this is going to be 1 multiplied by this bracket, which is 1 minus I, plus I multiplying this bracket as well, 1 minus I. So this becomes 1 times 1, which is a 1, minus 1 times I, it's an I, plus I times 1 is an I. Then I multiplied by minus I, we get minus I squared. This is equal to 1. Minus I plus I is equivalent to 0. Then we subtract the I squared. Then this becomes 1 minus I squared is equivalent to minus 1. Then minus and the minus gives us a plus. This is 1 plus 1, which is equal to a 2. Now let's have another example on multiplication of complex numbers, which is 2 minus I multiplied by 1 plus 3I. This is equal to 2 multiplied by 1, 2 multiplying this bracket and minus I multiplying this bracket. So this is 2 open bracket 1 plus 3I minus I multiplying 1 plus 3I. This is equal to 2 multiplied by 1, this is a 2, plus 2 times 3I, which is a 6I, minus I multiplied by 1 is equal to I, minus minus I multiplied by positive 3I. This is equal to 3I squared. This is equal to 2 plus 6I minus I. This is equal to 5I. Then minus 3I squared. This is equal to 2 plus 5I minus 3I squared. We know that is equivalent to minus 1e. So this is simplifies to 2 plus 5. This is equal to minus 3 multiplied by minus 1, which is 3. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, which is our real part, plus our imaginary part, which is equal to 5. Then we can factor out a 5, or we can just leave it like that. By factoring out 5, this is equal to 5, open bracket 1 plus I.